What's up, you guys? Back with another hair update, and we have a lot to cover in this video. So if you're looking for a good time, go ahead, kick back, relax, grab a snack, use the chapters if you need them, and I'll catch you at the end of this video. Hey y'all, so I just got out of the shower and I want to tell you guys about my wash day experience. First things first, I went in with the Malibu Sea Hard Water Wellness Shampoo. I've decided to use this, of course, when I need it, but mostly for when I'm about to go into the salon. So this was my second time using this. Check out my first hair update if you want to see my initial thoughts, but I'm still liking it. It definitely gives me a squeaky clean, which we love to see. I want to make sure that my stylist has a nice good base before going in and trimming my hair. So I'll continue to share how I feel every hair update, but so far so good. After I rinsed my shampoo out, I went in with this K18 leave-in molecular hair mask. My stylist gave this to me to prepare my strands before coming into the salon, so I listened to instructions and I applied this sparingly to all 4 sections of my hair. I don't really think it's anything super crazy, but I do notice that when it goes on, it does make a difference on my ends, and I feel like it helps my hair to feel a little bit more strengthened, which is good. But we know we can't do this alone, baby. My favorite serum has to enter the chat. So I go over the K18 with this heat protectant serum. It helps to coat my hair and definitely prepares it for detangling. So now that we talked about my 3 products that I used on my wash day, short, sweet, to the point, let's get into this Unbrush battle, y'all. So just to give you a little background story, I saw the Unbrush. It was super popular when it first came out. I heard people were talking about it on TikTok, but I don't have TikTok. So I looked it up on Amazon and it was like $30 at the time. And I was like, we're gonna do a dupe. So this is a Unbrush dupe. I got it in the mail and the bristles felt pretty, firm at first. They've kind of softened up. And I really liked it, of course, because it doesn't have the ball ends on the bristles and these don't really get stuck on my strands. I've been using it and enjoying it. However, we recently had a Target visit and I saw that the Unbrush was $18 in Target. So I was like, maybe the price dropped a little bit. Let me check out Amazon, which I did, and I found it on Amazon. So I purchased the original Unbrush from Amazon, from the actual owner. And then I saw that there is a new Unbrush, which is the Unbrush Pro. So we tried that one as well. So guys, I want to use these side by side to see how they work in my strands. It says that this one is more designed for, quick detangling and things of that nature. And then this one is actually more for people with finer strands. And I have fine strands, so I'm excited. All right, so we've got our brushes side by side. First thing I noticed is, of course, the grid. You can tell that the brush grid and bristles are placed a little bit differently on each of these brushes. The second thing is these bristles are way softer and more pliable than these. These are a bit more firm, and I'm thinking maybe that's because there are less bristles on the brush. And then of course the handle is a little different. This one's kind of fat in the middle, and then this one sort of flushes out or flares out towards the bottom. But all right, let's go ahead and get started. So after I applied my heat protectant and serum, I just sectioned my hair, and y'all, it is dripping. We're gonna use the purple on this side because this is where I usually start, and then we'll do the green on the other side on the bottom. I've got one of my 4 sections, and I'm gonna just get started. So I'm gonna start at the end, and I don't really know the best way. Sometimes I find that this way works, like vertically, and then sometimes I feel like horizontally works. It just depends, but that was nice. I think it's completely detangled. Right now I'm enjoying the sensation. So, wow, that's our first section, guys. That felt really good, really fast. I don't have a timestamp for how fast that went, but amazing. All right, now let's go to the other side. And here is my section. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Don't really know where to start. I'm gonna just kind of figure out what feels good. And I'm already noticing having a little bit more issue with this one. You can definitely feel like it feels more firm, but, I think that, ooh, got caught. I think that feels pretty good as well. Ooh, y'all, I don't know. I do feel a little, I think I feel a little more resistance on this one, but that is, I think, because the bristles are more firm. But that was nice. That was nice, I'm not gonna lie. And I think because my hair is more dense on this side might be at a little bit of a disadvantage. So, I don't know, but let me continue. I'm gonna switch it up this time, and I'm gonna use the green one on this side because I have less density. I definitely don't like, I don't know where to start for this one. You see that? Like it just kind of has an issue. So I think let's try with this one now. Yeah, I think the purple is where we're gonna go because I can really oscillate quickly between, you know, vertical and horizontal, whereas the other grid is not really one way or the other. It's spiraled. So you turn the brush and it doesn't create any difference, you know what I mean? Whereas this one, if it's not working that way, I can turn it. And you can see the bristles are in straight parallel lines when it's this way. And then they're sort of in windows, you know, in a diagonal on this side. So if it's not working this way, I can turn it. Or if it's not working this way, I can turn it. Whereas the other brush, I really don't get relief. I feel like that took me some additional time. All right, y'all, so let me wrap this battle up. As you can clearly see the winner, the purple Unbrush is definitely giving what it needs to give. I don't really understand why the bristles are so firm. It could be a mistake, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure it might work for someone. However, the original Unbrush is the winner for me. I'm gonna go ahead, finish up my hair, and I'll be back before I head to the salon. All right, guys, so I finished detangling my hair. I have this little washcloth on the back of my neck because, oh my goodness, I don't know if you're like me, but I hate when water drips down my neck or like anywhere, honestly. But my hair needs to be soaking wet because she's going to detangle a little bit and then get started with the blow dryer. Anywho, child, let me head to the salon, get my trim, and I will be back to run y'all the details. What's up, you guys? I'm back from the salon and we about to get into the nitty gritty. But first things first, I have discovered officially my first con to my favorite serum. Guys, the first two ingredients in this hair serum and heat protectant basically causes smoke with the blow dryer. So when heat is applied, smoke happens. And that's because these are both two lightweight silicones, and the lightweight silicones means they evaporate easily off of the strands. And so with my stylist having this hot blow dryer spraying my hair, the silicone comes into the air and creates smoke. Little story time. I used this for my, my last visit, and the fire alarm went off, and it wasn't super smoky in the room, but it looked a little bit kind of like a film had come to the room, and the fire alarm went off. So she starts freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, is it from my hair? I don't really think I used much heat protectant. Was it me? And she's like, no, I don't think it's you. Fast forward, the alarm went off again today. Guys, it's me. And I know I was a little heavy-handed with my heat protectant today because I was rushing a little bit, and then also I detangled outside of the shower, so my hair felt a little dry. I needed a little bit more slip to get through with the brushes, all the things, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, we're gonna be eliminating this from my styling routine as far as salon day styling, getting ready for a trim. Just because even when I used a little bit the last time, the alarm went off in there, and I don't wanna be messing with nobody's establishment, you feel me? Baby gonna have to sit out, and that's okay. Even your MVPs need a rest sometimes, amen? And now that we got that out of the way, it's time to dive into the nitty-gritty details of this trim. And if you didn't watch my last hair update, I linked it in the cards so you can catch up, mustard. Let me slide it on over so we can start this three-way comparison. Keep in mind that each set of comparison photos I show you are 6 weeks apart. My last trim and my trim from today. Okay, so boom, first up is my hair fully blow dried before the trim. I can't really notice too much of a difference besides the shape being a bit better and ultimately my hair looking a bit more smooth before she got started with the straightening. Let's move into our next set of pictures. All right, next up is my hair after one pass with the flat iron. You can see there is a huge difference in my ends, guys. I was very pleased with how my ends looked overall. And of course, she had to go ahead and cut them bangs off. So here is the next set of photos, and I gotta let y'all in on some additional details. So the last time I went to the salon and got my hair done, I got about 2 inches cut off of the back of my head and around 1 inch to 1.5 inches cut around the front and the sides, depending on where it needed it most. Now, my stylist did tell me I could have done about 3 inches off of the back, but she suggested that I just start with 2 and let it kind of grow down because 3 inches off of the back of my head would be a considerable amount to my length and it would actually impact my shape. So we decided to just do 2 inches and have today revisit. Now, if you're looking at the after photo from last time and the after photo from today, you'll see that my hair looks around the same length. But she cut 1 inch today. That 3rd inch she cut today. So that means my hair grew about 1 inch in the last 6 weeks that I've sort of left it alone, taken care of it, and it's kind of cool. Her strategy worked. I don't really see a difference. So even though now my hair seems like it's the same length as it was last time, I got 1 inch of the back of my head cut off. It was more damage, more breakage that you really can't see on the outer layer of my hair, but it's on the inner layer sort of that rubs against my neck and my clothes and things like that. All of the damage caused from stuff that I've mentioned in my previous videos. So we just gotta give the Lord thanks and praise that I trusted my stylist not to get the damage taken off at that time, because guys, I was really feeling like I wanted to just get it taken off and I decided to trust her judgment. So hopefully next time I get my hair done, I will be in the 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch range, the traditional trim amount. But I will see my stylist in 6 weeks. I'm back at it again, looking forward to get some fresh ends. Now, what I will say is my hair is a bit weighed down today because I put too much heat protectant and had an alarm going off and all of that stuff. But the selfies were still eating exhibit A. This salon visit was a success. I'm super excited that my stylist and I are in lockstep with one another. We have goals for my hair and how we're going to combat some of it being uneven, some of the breakage on the inner layers, all of the things. It just feels really good to be confident in the person that has my hair in their hands, literally. So over the next 6 weeks, I have a few areas that I'm gonna focus on. First things first, I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on sealing in the moisture on my ends. I do not want to contribute to any unnecessary breakage or fraying or splitting of my strands. The next thing I'm gonna be more intentional about is making sure I seal in my strands. I can be a little bit more relaxed in the summer because of the amount of humidity in the environment, but when it gets a little colder, I really do have to buckle down and make sure that I seal my hair properly. Right now, I can go about 5 or 6 days before needing to refresh, re-moisturize, and detangle, but that might go down to 3 or 4 days because it's getting colder outside. Last but not least, I think I'm shifting to wearing my hair curly, and it's for 2 reasons. First reason is the stretch style eats down every single time, okay? I know the products I'm gonna reach for, I know the technique, I know how long it's gonna take, how to kind of get the shape the way I want it, the colors that I wanna use if I add a little curl smith. It's just reliable, okay? I have a high confidence in wearing my hair stretched. But I don't have that same confidence when it comes to curly styles. Sometimes it's frizzy on day 4, sometimes it's super clumped on day 5. I can have moisture on day 3 and feel good about it, and I can have no moisture on day 2 and be like, what the heck, I just did my hair. So I wanna have some more consistency with my curly styles, and I wanna get a better idea of what to reach for as it gets colder. The only way I can really do that is if I style my hair back to back using different combinations to see what works best. The second reason is when my hair is stretched, it clearly is not as hydrated. Even though you can properly moisturize and hydrate your hair before stretching it, blow drying it, straightening it, it's still not like juicy, moisturized curls. And because I'm really trying to do well with not letting my hair dry out, I don't want to be at a disadvantage wearing my hair in a blow-dried state. I really want to take advantage of the moisture that my curls can absorb and maintain. That wraps up this video, you guys. We done it all. I hope you enjoyed the brush battle, my salon details, and of course, my goals for the next 6 weeks. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.